There we go. Sorry about that. I was muted.
Mirren, are you home? Mirren, I can hear you in there. Royal Courier Mirren, King Darbeed requires your services.
Oh. The king. The king! Right, there we go. And the scarf.
Everything all right in there?
Everything's great. No problems.
Sorry, I muted myself when I stepped away.
Just need to wrap the scarf and... All right, let me see here. Holes in the courier's tunic are all patched. Royal scarf is presentable. Presentable enough for a pre-dawn surprise visit, anyway. I think it's a King's Guard out there. Let's see what this is all about.
Good morning, Royal Courier. I have instructions for you directly from King Darbeed. Are you ready to receive them?
I'm gonna be cheeky and be like, who are you?
Apologies, it's very late. Or early. Who are you again?
A King's Guard.
No, I mean, who are you? You personally.
I am a protector and personal aide to our king, Darbeed.
All right, that's what I'm calling you from now on then. You had your chance.
I know it's early, Mirren, but rest assured I don't want to be standing here at this hour any more than you do. So, are you ready to hear the king's instructions?
Sure.
I'm ready, protector and personal aide to our King Darbeed. Instruct away.
That's not my name.
You had your chance. Anyway, do go on.
Hey, Dre.
Very well.
Thank you.
King Darbeed has a very important missive that must be delivered. As one of his royal couriers, he specifically requested you for this task.
Oh, I just
King
realized
Darbeed has
alerts are
also
off.
requested you wear your royal courier's uniform and carry a patrol blade.
My sword? Where exactly am I going? I'm just delivering mail, right?
You are delivering a royal missive to a close friend of the king's.
And this close friend is located where exactly?
Not close. Now, I see you've got your courier's uniform, but you're missing your patrol blade.
I haven't needed it in a long time. I'm sure it's around here somewhere.
Well, please do dig it up. Once you have the blade, we'll talk further.
Right. Just give me a moment. Now, where did I put my old patrol blade?
Hey, Bottle. As a former scout, Mirren has a keen eye. Press X and Mirren will focus. Anything she sees will be highlighted. Mirren can also shift her focus using the LB/RB buttons. This can be useful whenever Mirren explores smaller spaces. Try using the LB/R buttons to search Mirren's loft.
A floor pillow I picked up at the market a few years ago. Stuffing's completely worn out. I wish I could say I've never accidentally left my sword under there, but I'd be lying to myself. It's a firefly lamp. Not as reliable or bright as a proper oil lantern, But on the other paw, if you drop it, the bugs won't burn down the entire city.
I suppose it's possible I managed to squeeze my sword into a desk drawer.
Probably worth a look at least.
Let's see. No sword. Just an old breastplate in here from my days as a scout, all covered in dust.
Wow.
Not every scout gets one of these. You have to land a hit on a tree walker during a hunt. They're massive beasts, but they're fast. Anyway, doesn't matter anymore. This isn't exactly regulation attire now that I'm a royal courier. An old trunk. We Tarmian tend to travel light, so this thing hasn't moved since I was a kid. Which means it's filled with all kinds of nonsense by now, no doubt. Probably worth a proper look. I'm guessing if the blade's in here, it'd be somewhere near the top.
This is all hand-drawn, by the way.
It's been a while since I've used this. Rather curious why King Darby thinks I need it to deliver some
Well.
mail.
I already found my sword. No need to go poking around for anything else.
I trust you were able to find your patrol blade?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
May I see it, please? King Darby seemed very particular about that detail.
A very curious and unsettling detail. But if it will move things along,
Ooh, my
fine.
computer's running really hot.
Here, you see? My blade, spotless as the day it left the smith.
Well, clearly you take good care of it.
No, clearly I never use it. Now, you said something about a royal missive I'm to deliver?
Ah, yes, indeed. Here. You are to deliver this missive to one Captain Talla, a close friend of the king who has retired to the north, just across the border in a town called Ardmore.
Across the border?
There's an
You
Ardmore
mean
Street
the kingdom
here.
of Ashling? But that's Canid territory. Aren't we not on very good terms?
Hence the blade. But King Darby has assured me, and therefore you, that if you complete this task with haste, there's little reason to worry.
I feel better already. Just what exactly am I walking into across the border?
Rumor is war could break out any day now.
Between us and the Canid?
No, the Canid have their eye on the Ermine tribes to the north, barbarians living in the northern wastes.
As I understand it, the northern wastes are very northern, as in very far away from where I'm going, yes?
If Ermine tribes attack the Canid and war is declared, the last place you want to be is in Canid lands.
How's everyone doing?
Why send a courier? Why not a messenger bird? Surely that would be safer and far more discreet.
King Darby has tried to send this
Chat,
letter
okay.
before, and many others like it, over the past several weeks. None of them have ever arrived.
That's grim. But isn't it a crime to intercept a messenger bird?
Indeed it is, especially one carrying a royal message. Fortunately, the missives are written in a cipher known only to King Darby and Talla, but the fact the Canid might be intercepting messages at all is, deeply concerning.
Chat, y'all okay? You're so quiet.
You're saying the Canid would marshal their entire massive army just to put down a few small barbarian tribes? How does that make sense?
It doesn't, but the conflict between Canid and Ermin, it goes back generations. I don't know all the details myself, only that the Canid seem to be baiting the Ermin into war, and King Darbid would rather that not happen.
King Darbid would... Wait, what exactly is it that I'm delivering?
A royal courier never asks that question. You carry the will of your king with all the weight that
Oh, wow.
brings.
Okay, then.
Do not tarry.
What can you tell me about Captain Tallow? Any information would be helpful.
Like I said, he's retired to a small village north of the border called Ardmore, in a region we call the Border Coast. I don't know much about Tala, I'm afraid. He retired as scout captain about 5 years ago and moved up to Ardmore shortly thereafter.
This is quite a bit more political intrigue than I'm used to. Why does the king want me to deliver this particular message?
Well, why not you?
You want a list? I'm a courier with absolutely no experience north of the border. I don't know anything about the Canid or their culture. I've never left Sunsgrove for any reason, and I'll just say for the record, the royal record, that I've been perfectly content with that.
There's no royal record, Mirren. We're just standing here, talking. King Darbid specifically requested you. Yes, you've never walked outside our borders, and also, yes, you really don't know foreign policy. But you were a scout before you were a courier, so you can handle a blade. And perhaps most importantly, the king trusts you, Mirren.
Yes, but
But what?
nothing. Never mind. You're right. Well, I must say, all of this sounds incredibly dangerous and rather poorly planned.
Wow.
Mirren, what do you want me to say? You are a royal messenger. You go where you're ordered and you do what you're told. I can't say what's in that missive, but know the king wouldn't put you in danger unless it was truly important.
Well,
This letter, it isn't just some personal note, is it?
No, it isn't. Go, Mirren. Do what your king asks. And for all our sakes, be careful up there.
chat,
All
y'all
right.
okay? No one's
I will.
talking.
Something's wrong. I should have run into a Canid patrol by now. The border crossing is just up this path. No guards at all. Maybe they're just further up the path. Sure, I'm sure that's it. Right. Under normal circumstances, this little camp would be where travelers from Sunsgrove wait to be processed by the Canid soldiers up ahead. From the look of it, nobody's crossed over into Ashland for quite some time. And where in the kingdoms have the border soldiers gone off to? I'd expected to see at least one. Looks like travelers would set up camp here and wait for permission to cross the border. At least, that used to be the case. Now it seems the camp is serving as excess storage and little more. The Canid are known for many things, but hospitality is clearly not one of them. It's a storage chest of some kind. I can see on the front there's a set of letters, I think? Ah, yes. Felis letters. Makes sense, I suppose. The Felis are renowned throughout the kingdoms for their unique contraptions. Probably a locking mechanism of some kind, if I had to guess.
One second. I'm gonna refresh chat and see if chat's just not moving. One second. One second. Hey DDC, how are you? Welcome in. Okay, I was just like, is chat broken? Because that has happened. One second. Also, I'm getting a bunch of scam and spam texts, so I'm trying to see what's going on.
Well, this is the border crossing into
Hey,
Ashland,
Amanda.
but something terrible happened here. And that something terrible could still be around. I should be careful. Oh. Wow. Okay. That's a long drop. And a large gap. Too large to jump. And with the border guards dead, there's nobody to lower the drawbridge. Suppose I'll need to figure this out on my own. This tent is faced away from the camp, towards the cliffs. The chair inside is also dangerously close to the edge. Doesn't look like a very comforting setup. But then, I suppose that's probably the point.
Boo, I hate that for you.
A Canid border guard. Looks like he's been dead a few days. Much as I'd prefer not to, I should probably give the corpse a closer look. His tunic is soaked with rain. Been out here a few days at least. His chest plate is scratched. Some of these marks are older, polished over, but most of these are very recent. Lots of jagged holes in the cloth. None of these were made by a sword, axe, or spear.
That's what I was trying to think of,
His
Dre.
tunic is a very thick, heavy
I was sitting
weave.
here like, what does this remind me
More than
of?
a casual claw to slice through it like this. There's a nasty gash in his chest aside the plate. Doesn't look like the killing blow, but it certainly hastened his end. A single stab with something very large slid off the metal chest plate and right through his tunic. The killing blow, looks like. The wound is jagged, and there's something else too. Tooth marks, perhaps. Very large tooth marks. His death was an unpleasant experience. Of that I can be sure. This Canid soldier was killed by a tree walker, no question. A young one, though, no more than 3 months. They stab their victims with razor-sharp pincers, then come back later to feed. And considering the corpse is still here, feeding time has yet to, manifest. I should be very, very careful. Oh, right, his satchel. Let's see. There's a journal here. Mostly ruined from the rain, but I can make out a few of the last pages. Let's see. Border closed by order of Commander Nearest. Unwelcome visitor dealt with. Personal effects hidden in the usual spot. Hidden in the usual spot? I wonder what that means. You know, that tree hollow would make a good hiding spot. Though for what, I have no idea. Might be worth a closer look. Nothing in plain sight, but let's dig a little deeper. A few amber drops hidden away in here for starters. I can use these to buy supplies in Ardmore. There's a logbook stashed in here too, from the head border guard. Not the sort of thing you hide unless you're up to no good. This entry looks fairly recent. Let's see what it says. 3rd Tarmian scout this month managed to get into the cave, slit his throat and left him for the tree walker. The Canid were killing scouts from Sunsgrove. What in the kingdoms could possibly be in that cave? And they fed the bodies to the tree walker. That explains why it's so close to camp, and why it was bold enough to go after the Canid.
Well,
I think I see some things the Canid border guards left behind in the tent. Probably worth digging around back there. Some old parchments scattered about, notes and ledgers. Looks like the Canid soldiers stationed here were finding a lot of contraband from passing travelers. And by contraband, it seems to mean shiny things they liked. Aha! There's a note between 2 of the guards here. Looks important. It says, "Per your order, I found a chest with a locking mechanism to hide the cavern key. It was imported from Kashar, so it uses Felis letters for the combination. Don't know which letters are which, so I'll describe the combination here from left to right. Leftmost symbol looks like a sideways claw mark. 2nd and 3rd symbols you can find behind that shrub. You know the one. The last symbol looks like the 2nd one, only with the top part removed. I think I'm going to keep this journal for the moment, at least until I've opened that locked chest. A large iron chest. Might be worth a look inside. Let's see what we've got in here. A pour full of amber drops in here. Should be perfect for resupplying once I'm across the border. And there's a parchment here too. Looks like a supply requisition form. Request received. New drawbridge crank included in this shipment. Find inside crate marked with canid pinnacle. Oh good. There's a replacement drawbridge crank around here somewhere. But... where are the supply crates? Well, the symbol on the crate I'm looking for is the canid pinnacle. 2 golden lines meeting to form a point. I should keep an eye out. It's the mechanism that lowers the drawbridge. Unfortunately, it's missing the turn crank, so I can't actually do that. It's a heavy wooden door sitting flush against the stone. There are scrape marks all over the ground here. Whatever's inside, I'll bet it's heavy. Could just be to protect their supplies from the elements, but these canid went through a lot of trouble to hide these goods. Okay, let's see how we can get you open.
Hammer, how are you?
I don't think I'll be able to guess this off the cuff. I'll need the proper combination. The real question is, where do I find it? No, the only way I'm opening this chest is by figuring out the combination.
Oh my god, I did this at PAX and my brain is mush. Hold on. I took screenshots. The leftmost symbols looks like a sideways claw mark.
Right, let's try this again.
Second and third symbols you can find behind that shrub. Fuck.
Someone around here must have written it down.
I forgot to look for the shrub.
I think that might be the shrub the Canid's journal was referring to.
Meridale.
Looks like I'll need to do a little landscaping. On your guard, random bush. Aha! There are some symbols carved on the rock behind the bush, just where the Canid said they'd be in his journal.
Aha. Hold while I write this down. I feel like when this game is out, it will be a very Steven game. Hold, please. I'm drawing in my notebook. Sideways claw mark. This is what took me the longest doing this demo with PAX.
Right, let's try this again. Aha, that's it.
Finally.
Not much inside, but I do see a heavy iron key sitting near the top. I'm fairly new at all this intrigue, but I do know a big iron key inside a locked chest is probably going to be useful.
Right, now we can go in the storage room.
I can say with some degree of confidence that this door is not just locked, but is in fact very much incredibly locked. No way I'm getting in there without the proper key. Now that was a very satisfying click. All right then, time to see just what it is the Canid are so desperate to hide in here.
Now goes TDC, welcome in.
What? These are weapons. No. These are war supplies. The Canid are stockpiling weapons, armor. But why? Ashlyn and Sunsgrove are allies, right?
So you thought.
Racks of Canid spears and blades, crossbows hidden in water barrels. Definitely a stockpile for war. and one that's been building for quite some time. The Canid are stockpiling for war against Sunsgrove. No wonder they got nervous when our scouts started snooping around. I should take a closer look at these supplies. See if any of them have that drawbridge crank I'm looking for. Burlap sacks filled with dried goods of some kind. Far too many for a couple of soldiers guarding the border. I can see some discarded weapons shoved behind the crates on the cave floor. These Canid really don't know how to maintain their weapons. Moisture and rot's gotten into all the wood. One of these crates has a gold pinnacle symbol painted on the side, like the requisition form mentioned. Might be worth taking a closer look in that particular crate. Okay, just need to crack this lid open. Right, there's the lid. Now let's see. What was? Right, I shouldn't linger. Let's see. Tunics, gloves, whetstones. Oh, come on, come on.
See, no. No. That's when it's time to leave.
It's coming from the camp outside. Come on, Mirren. Pull yourself together. There it is. The drawbridge crank. I don't hear anything outside, but I should still be careful.
So what do people have going on this weekend?
What?
Yup, you are correct.
The corpse is gone. Where did... Oh no. The tree walker.
Boss fight! Under God. Dodge the tree worker's attack by moving the left. Swing your blade at the A button. Dodge and attack with stamina, so be careful. I've learned from PAX West.
By
I
test.
nearly got eaten before.
A young tree walker, just like I figured. I'm
Can
lucky
you see,
by
are you one of
test's
the
grace.
devs?
Another month or two and its carapace would have been too hard to crack with my blade. All right. Time to move on.
Oh my god, Alex, I didn't know it was you. Hello. Welcome in. Your Twitch name is nothing like your real name, so I was very confused. Welcome in.
A juvenile tree walker.
And also the
Just a
combat
few
is much
months
smoother
old, but
than at
still
PAX.
incredibly dangerous. Certainly dangerous enough to kill the Canid guards here at the border crossing.
But yes, I told Sam that I was streaming this. But it is their mum's birthday, so... they could not join.
Okay. This should
Nice.
fit right on here.
Let me VIP you if I've
Done.
got a VIP badge.
Thank Tesk.
Left.
Now, let's get this
I
bridge
had
lowered.
to go in and clear some mods and...
Ooh, that didn't sound good. I should get over to the other side quick as I can.
Yeah, I saw. I gave you a VIP badge, so if you want to drop any links or anything, great. But I think this is where the demo ends, right?
The drawbridge! Well, guess I'm
Okay.
stuck in Ashland for now. I
Also,
should press on to Ardmore and deliver King Darbeed's letter. Then I can worry about getting back home to Sunsgrove.
yep, and that was the demo. Will this be getting a console release?